Hey guys, and welcome to a quick, I say quick, it's not going to be quick, this is going to take forever, I swear to God, a overview of the Octave collection part 1 and 2 because somebody wasn't at home to record these, so I'm going to bundle these two together and hope we can get back on track with doing overviews for all of my sets. So yes, without further ado, let's get into game. So here we are in the game, and I have done a little setup of all of the items that you're getting in part 1 and 2. So we'll start with part 1, which was focusing in on the kitchen, heavily inspired by Joseph Duran's various kitchens. He seems to have had like 3 separate apartments, and he basically had 3 different versions of the same kitchen. Plus, he did a collaboration with a company and made that into a kind of you can buy kitchen as well. So yes, this is it, Simsified, because boy, it is fussy. So it has to be simplified a little bit. But yeah, this is the main swatch that inspired it all. So it's marble on the top with this patinated bronze on the bottom. And yeah, so there's this counter, all of these to go together. There's the island to match. The island's a little bit special. We'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, there's a whole load of swatches as per usual. Let me do it on this one. What's different about this kitchen is that I decided to do an accent counter. So the standard counter is actually this one. That's what you'll get. If you can see it down here, I've filtered and I have everything that's available. We have Octave patinated kitchen counters. You can see there's a whole lot of them. Swatches there, and it just has the top drawer and then the cupboard underneath. But these ones, I've done an accent one, so this is just by itself. It's just the regular counter, and then it has all the same swatches, so you can kind of mix and match and change it up a little bit. What I'd noticed on my travels was that the sink always seemed to have a different counter underneath, and I didn't want to tie the two together. So I wanted you to be able to have a sink that you could use in different kitchens all over the place without having just the sink tied to this, because I think in past ones like the kitchen there is just a sink unit, but this one I wanted to make sure it was more versatile. So yeah, that's this whole explanation. Let me see some of the swatches you get. So we'll go through. We've got like a cream one, and I think all of them have this white, plain white countertop, but then also we have the choice of like 2 different grey plaster countertops, black, white marble, grey marble, and black marble. So I've kind of gone through and picked the combinations that I think worked, and only done those. So you don't have everything, you don't have all, 5 countertops or 6? I can't count, my brain is like mush right now. But yeah, I'm just going through all of these different swatches in the patinated metal. Let's go through all of these. And also, so these ones are plain, and then I've done some like gradient ones. So let's go to this one. We'll change a few of these. As you can see, there we go. So it's like got a cream at the top, and it's kind of a pinky, orangey pinky at the bottom. And there's lots of, I think there's 4 of them. So we have this one, the like white to muddy black at the bottom. And then we have like a brassy one. Oh, I missed out. A blue one, a brassy one, and then a darker blue one. So you could be like super duper moody and have your whole entire kitchen like this if you wanted to. So there we go, back to normal. Of course, matching cabinets to go with it, have all the same swatches in it, and then also the island. So the island has it's a little bit different. There are no stool slots on the regular counters. There are only stool slots on this last end piece, because this is what inspired me to do this kitchen, was this whole overhanging end to the island. So you have, of course, all the same swatches as you do in the counters in the island, but your stool slot into this position and this position. And again, I've gone through and done an accent, so you have the same matching accent island counter, so that's why we've got quite a few different combos down here. And then, if that wasn't enough, we also have this kitchen again in wood. So I'm just gonna flop around here. These are my testing sims, just ignore them. But yeah, we have wood swatches as well, all of the usual wood tones that I use in all of my sets. So we go through here. So you can have, I think in the wood it looks like a completely different kitchen as well. So I've kind of enjoyed, this has already been out for like over a month. I've enjoyed seeing what swatches people use, and I've seen a lot of people using the wood and also a lot of people using the metal. So it's kind of versatile, but not, but is, but yeah. So we have everything also that I showed in this also in the wood. So this is basically everything over here, so I've made sure that's there. And then we have a sink in this set as well, so that's gonna match in with the other appliances. I thought this was really cool. So this is meant to be what's it called, like a cooker tap. You know how you press a cooker tap and you can get like boiling hot water? It's meant to look kind of like those, so I was heavily inspired by those. I saw that on, they got several designs, but I was inspired by a couple and kind of mushed them together. It has all of the metal tones that you have in the counters. They are also appear in the sink as well. So I've gone through and kind of standardized them to like the main colors. So if you want to have your like bronze, you can match it as well. Let me go back to that one. So that's that sink. And again, it's like the brownstone one. It's a little bit wider than the standard sinks that you get in game. So I kind of, it's almost like this, when I first designed this, I thought it was going to be over 2 tiles and be like a huge sink, but it really doesn't need to be. I just narrowed it down a bit and put all this together. So then let's go on to what I think is a kind of the main element and the thing that made me want to do this entire kitchen, which was the idea of having double ovens. I have, since Dream Home Decorate came out and they put in the countertop oven, I was like, if I do not use this in a future set, I'm going to slap myself. So that's what we did. I have made this special kind of counter thing. Just spoiler alert, it does naturally snap to a countertop, so it's not going to look cool like that, but you know. So yeah, we have this unit, and it has all of the same swatches that you can get in all of your, so we've got the woods and the metals, everything is in here. And then what you can do is you can slot in the countertop oven or the coffee machine into this slot. So this slot just goes here. Normally with appliances, they actually slot and then cut out your counter, but with the countertop ones, they don't, which is why there needs to be this hole always here. They don't have the ability to cut out if they're just on the countertop. So yeah, that's the coffee machine goes there. All of this, by the way, is base game compatible. And then we have this low oven. This, of course, can go under any of your old regular counters. I've made this to a standard size, so this is going to fit into any kitchen counter that you already have. It will fit into it. Not the brownstone, please not. The brownstone will like have this weird overhang because I made those different sizes, but your standard like EA counters or from any other creator or myself, they will all be able to fit in seamlessly. So again, with these counters, I've made them deeper so that this sits flush with the front so it looks like fully built in, but they fit perfectly here in this special unit. I did a lot of testing, a lot of testing, and found out that there is actually a bug in the game. Thank you, EA. That means that if you ever have a built-in low oven, which they made with Dream Home Decorator, if you don't have the countertop like this empty directly above it, the animation for the door opening goes seriously wonky. We're talking, instead of opening from this point, it will open and then go down to the floor. So that is one of the drawbacks. I thought I had done something wrong, but after lots of checking, I realized no. If you have this with anything on it so that your sim can't prepare the food directly above, the animation won't work correctly. Even if this is, say you've got clutter there, I would advise you, if you want to use a low oven in a counter, always leave the countertop completely empty above, and then your animation will work perfectly. But I have worked around that a little bit. You can still, this is fully functional if you put this countertop oven above the low oven. It still all functions, but there is another little workaround. So after lots of testing, I found out that your Sims, no matter how much you try, will never use this high oven if you have this low oven in the same room. Even if you click on this and instruct them to use the countertop oven, they never will. They always by default use the low oven. So I've also included a decorative version of this so that you can slot it in, and you don't need to worry about the animation because it's just purely decorative. So that is the real one, and this is the decorative one. As you can see, they're identical. They also cost the same because, you know, realism. And what it will do is, by using this decorative one, it will force your Sims to use the high one. And I'm pretty sure all you guys really just want your Sims to use the high one, because that's what I want also. I want them just to use the high oven because it's kind of novelty and it's a little bit different. So yeah, if you put the decorative one under the countertop one, you can still get the double oven look, and you won't have any weird animations. The weird animations for the door opening only happen on the low ovens, not the tall ones. Not the high countertop ones. So yeah, that was my very, very long-winded thing. But you can do like whole series of setups like this. That is the cabinets, so you can't use that. This is technically a counter, but you can put as many combos of this as you want. So, you know, if you want a whole wall of appliances, you can do so. It's completely up to you. And I think one of the main things that I liked about the way that I resolved this issue is that you can use this in any kitchen you like. Moving forward, of course, this unit here is going to be required for it to look completely seamless when you want to stack them. But moving forward, I'll definitely be doing this unit in any future kitchens that I do. And of course, there are these wood swatches which match my other kitchens, so you should just be able to use these for the meantime with any of my old kitchens. So if you have like brownstone, you should be able to use these with these appliances, and it should look pretty much seamless because it's all the same wood tones. So yeah, that is those. I'm going to show you the swatches. I haven't even shown you any of the swatches. So we have a white, and then we have like silver and white, silver, a darker silver, a kind of black and dark silver, and then this, oh actually that's a black. Yeah, so all of the items come in the same swatches, so you can all mix and match. And then also they all match the sink as well, so you have a tone for that. So that's that little suite of appliances. Let me put them back to, is that matching? Yep. Let me put them back to that. And then the last appliance we have in the set is this hob, and I tried so hard to make it work flawlessly like the Dream Home Decorator hobs, but for some reason when I used all of the information from that, my sim could not get to the hob So I've actually done this the age-old way I did my brownstone ones. So make sure you do not have auto counters on. If you have auto counters on, when you go to insert the ovens or the hob, your counter will disappear or look like it's disappeared. So make sure you have auto counters turned off. Let me show you what auto counters is. You have this little thing here that says automatic counter placement. I always have it off by default. I advise you to do that as well, because then you can use the various different parts that I've created. Otherwise you can't get to the end pieces. You just have these regular bits. But yeah, so make sure that is selected, turned to off, and then all your appliances will place properly. Let me just turn them on and show you what it does. It's disappeared. You know, you can't see my appliance anymore if you do it like that. Yeah, it doesn't look cute. So I would advise, it's only showing up because I placed it originally, I think before with auto counters off. You can turn auto counters back on once you've finished placing them if you really want to do it like that, but yeah, I don't advise it. So let me just undo all of these and turn my counters back to off, because I'll be testing CC in the future and think I've done something wrong. So last few items are, these are lights. I have done these, of course, in all 3 heights like this, but if you place them together with move objects, you can overlap them and make like different shapes and stuff. So I designed these to have like this formation, 3 in a row, but you can use these just 2, you can just use 1, and yeah, they're like on this twisted thread here, and I need to, I have got my tool and my Better Build By. They do have a lovely colour, as you can see on the inside of them, which is kind of lost a little bit, but it's there. So if you want to, you can do different combinations of inside of the lamps. And I'll go through these swatches. They have like the black, it has a silver inside, a gold inside, and I think black, and then that's white, and then we also have it in a white version. And then also we have the metal tones that are on the inside, we have on the outside. So we have this, I think that's the copper version, silver, and then we have a gold. So all of those there. So you can kind of mix and match stuff as well. So you could like have a gold one, you could have there's a brassy one. So you can mix and match them like that. And then I think last but no means least is the salt and pepper shaker. I had grand designs before I started this of doing lots of clutter. I ended up with 1 piece. So that's how quickly time goes when you're working on a set. So yeah, we have this salt and pepper shaker, grinder, and we have like black and white, and we have some different like combinations. And if you've been on Pinterest, I think you've probably seen this one along your way. So yes, very much inspired by the menu grinders. So that is everything that you get with part 1. It is now available for public access. It has been out since I think the 4th, so it's been out already for quite a few days. You can get it at houseofharlix.com. It's all there up, and you can get the merged or unmerged. So now we're going to move over to part 2, which is now in early access, and it is a build set for, I'm going to call this an apartment build set because it is all interior, and I very much envisioned this as being in an apartment. So we have lots of doors. And do you know what? I'm going to get my sim, just teleport them over here so that you can see what the unique thing is about these. Please teleport here. Thank you very much. Right, fabulous. Okay, hopefully she's going to go through this door. And you'll see that these are pocket doors. So the door slides open and goes into the wall. and I think I've had quite a few requests for these in the past, so I've managed to do them now. All of these large doors are pocket doors. This is like an open version, so in reality this is an arch. So we have the super tall one, of course, like always. All of the wood swatches in this one, and then I also have plaster swatches because they match the wallpapers, which I'll show you in a little bit. This wallpaper here, and yeah, so all of those going through, and then the metal work changes as well to suit the color. Yeah, those are, who did I find? He's called Charles Zanna, and he had this like handle, and I'd already done the handle of these modern doors, and then I saw this handle on one of his doors and I was like, it's perfect. It's like the modern twist, just the perfect modern twist I needed on these more traditional doors, still to keep it looking like it was modern and it wasn't like fully meant to be a traditional old door. So it's reminiscent of traditional, but it's very much a modern day take on it. So that is for the super tall walls, these two, and then I think these ones are the glass version of it as well. So all the same, it animates, they walk through, and then you have the open version, which is just an arch. And I like to mix these up so it looks like it's kind of lived in, so you can have some closed, some open. And then there is the 2 tile. This is for the medium wall. And you have, of course, all the same swatches, but this is like narrower. For the pocket doors, I felt like they needed to be 3 tiles wide, and they were going to be like these giant doors. And I felt like for the 2 tile version, pocket doors just didn't seem like they were really required, so I made them traditional opening doors. You can see you have all the same swatches as I said before, and then I also have done open ones, so your sim will walk through this. Again, this is just an arch, but it looks like an open door. Unfortunately, you can't just click on a door and have it open in the game, which is sad, but yeah, so you have all the same swatches, of course, and we do that in the same. That's the same one, yep, da-da-da. And then we have also the glass version, so you can see through that glass part. And then we also have some single doors. Now these ones are special because they offer the medium wall height. I have had so many requests for doors for the medium wall height single doors, and finally I've managed to get around to doing it. They are technically on 2 tiles, but with little move objects, if you want to put it into 1 tile, it can. It's just a tiny bit wider than 1 tile because it needs to be that wide because it is so tall. But there are like smaller versions of them which fit on the shortest wall height, and they fit perfectly on 1 tile. So those are very much 1 tile, but when you go up to the medium, you just need to go a little bit wider. So yeah, that's what we did. Again, same swatches. So let's leave this on a cute swatch. There you go. If you want a pink door, you can have a pink door. Again, solid and glass versions, and of course with the smaller ones as well, they have the solid and the glass versions. There you go. So those are the more traditional ones. Then we go through and we have the more modern ones. To point out, there is a modern wallpaper and a traditional wallpaper, so like each goes with each door. And if you want to, you can have it that your door fits perfectly within the paneling. So I've made all of the elements you need so that it fits perfectly. I just love this whole gap around it and how it fits perfectly with the paneling. So yeah, that was the main point. And so we have it for the tall walls and the medium walls. If I just quickly put this on the medium wall, you'll see that when it gets to medium, it does do the same thing again on there. So yeah, when it's on medium walls, the groove matches up perfectly as well. So this one we have, with this don't normally like to do combinations of 2 different materials, but the all wood versions of this weren't really doing it for me. So I've done plaster and wood combinations, And they should match in with the wallpapers as well. So I've gone through and kind of picked the best combination. I had to do a Maxis selection and just pick one swatch that looked best for you. Otherwise there was going to be 5 trillion swatches. And then again, I've done all of the colors that the plaster, this modern plaster wallpaper, comes in, so you can kind of have the look of it being a seamless transition between walls and doors. Unfortunately, we're going to put asterisks here, and that in The Sims you can never have your door perfectly match your wall because they use 2 different shaders. So mission impossible, even if I took 10 years to try and color match them by making them 2 different colors so they looked the same in the game, they just never would. So yeah, they just never quite 100% match. But if I show you, that's with indoor lighting. With outdoor lighting, they match seamlessly. Let me actually find the appropriate swatch. I think it's this one. That's not the one, it's this one. They match seamlessly outside, but inside they don't. So it's just super duper annoying as a creator that they can't ever match, but something that I have now grown to just overlook. So now we have the open versions, again, all the same swatches, the medium height version, all the same swatches, and then the open version as well. And then again, like the other doors, I felt like when it got to this, it should be a narrower one. These are really versatile in the fact that you can make them really quite different sizes. This one, it didn't look so good going down to the medium wall height with this pocket door, but with these it was a lot easier because it's such a plain door. So I've brought it in to be a 2-tile version because all of these are like 4 tiles. They're like that's 3 tiles, but the open ones are 4 tiles because the door has to open. You need the space for the doors to go into the walls. Oh yes, I forgot to mention, these ones are these 2 are pocket doors, the same as the traditional ones. But these ones open are just normal traditional double doors. So we've got the medium height version, we've got a short wall height version. Originally I had nothing for the short wall height and Felix poked me in my side, and you can thank him, as I said, in chocolate and Mentos. I will put a PO box that you can send him because he is responsible for me adding in all of these short wall options as well. So this one, double door for the short wall height. Then we have this single door for the medium, and then we have the single door for the short. So all of these look, I really actually do like the modern doors in the short wall height. I'm normally not a short wall height kind of person, but for this one, I think it works really well. So that's a whole new set of modern doors and traditional doors for your apartments and of course houses. But now moving on to the other items that come in part 2, which are lots of lights, lots of wallpapers, flooring and fireplaces. So as I said before, the year 2022 is my personal year of lighting. I'm going to try and fit in as much lighting this year as physically possible. So as you can see, I put a lot in this set. We have floor lights, wall lights, table lights, ceiling lights, all lights. I'll go through the lights first. So with this very, very, very simple light, I bet you're going to be using this and sizing it down, sizing it up. These size down as well, put together, would look super cute. So I wanted something ideally that would fit in the wallpaper when it's like a single panel. I always like this idea. Sorry, I just need, there we go. I have so many wallpapers on this lot that it's flickering the walls. That's why the walls are flickering. If you ever have that issue, then please know that it's because you've got too many different wallpapers applied to one room. But I need to do it for this showcase. So this light, very simple, comes in different metal tones for the surround. Super sleek and slim to the wall. So that's that one. And then we have another wall light, which is like a block of marble, and it has like a tube light on it, and then that also comes in a white marble and a black marble. And then we have the metal tone, so it's like a brushed metal block it turns into instead of marble. So again, I just wanted some simple lighting that you can use for lots of different builds. And hopefully I'm going to work my way through like all the catalogs. Again, with this one, I wanted also statement ones. So that's what I went with for the ceiling lights. They're a bit more statement lights. I don't know about you, but I absolutely adore the light that came with the Moschino pack. Let me find it. It is I think my favorite light the Sims team has ever done. This light. And I wanted to do my own version of it. So that's what you see here, and of course, as I said, everything base game compatible, so you can now have this if you only have a base game, you don't have Moschino, and of course it is a different version as well. So again, I have all the same metal tones in all of the lighting, so you can mix and match them. If you want it in a bright red, you can have like the pop of color, you can have it in a red, and then you can have your normal like metal tones. And the request from Felix on this one, his challenge for me was to make gold. Gold. Always believe in your soul. So I put gold in. And I am not normally a fan of gold. I quite like the gold I did. It's not a Sims gold, so I think we're winning. And then also like this copper Gilver tone as well. So that was the two of those. And of course, as always with the lighting, I have done a short, a medium and a tall wall height option. So you can kind of put these together. You are going to probably need to dim them if you use 5 million of them together. But you can put these together and make your own arrangements if you wanted to. That's like all 3 of these together. Then I have done a single light version of them in all of the wall heights as well. So you have this in the short, medium and tall, and then really with this one you can just make some weird arrangements, whatever arrangements you want, using different heights and different colors. You can mix and match them to create something unique. So that's why I put in the single versions. And then last but no means least, in the ceiling lighting department is this lampshade chandelier. So you can see underneath it just glows like that, and this comes in the same metal tones as well as all the other lighting. So we have like a nice bright silver, a darker one, and this one I focus on having black lampshades and white lampshades, so you can have like this monochrome look, like the all white, and you can have the all black look. I really like that. It's super sleek. And then I've done all of these, so you can have, I'm going to tell you now, I have not put gold metalwork with a black lampshade because I hate black and gold together. I'm really, really sorry. But I have done this like dark bronzy color, and also I think I did the Gilver with black as well. But guys, I'm really sorry. I just can't see it. Not on my watch, okay? Then we have some other monochrome looks. So we have like all red and blue and yellow. So those 3 colors, those primary colors, are in all of the lighting as well. So I kind of liked this idea of having a pop of color in some of your builds and to make it a bit more youthful. Because sometimes, you know, when you're using traditional stuff, you might want something to liven it up a little bit. So that is that lighting. Then we have a floor lamp, which very much matches the hanging lights. Let me get this into the middle of the room. There we go. And again, all the same metal tones. And if you want a yellow one, you can, or you want a blue one, you can. But then again, we have the more easygoing color swatches as well. So that one, I think this one kind of inspired me to do the hanging one, and I'm going to be using this everywhere. And last but not least in the lighting department would be this this table light. Let me bring this into the middle as well. This block is not from this set. This block is from the living room, been out for ages. So yeah, if you want it, you can get it on House of Harlocks. And this again, all metal, and then we have it also in marble. So this matches in very closely with this wall light. It has all the same colors, so it will match perfectly. Again, we got the yellow if you want yellow, and the red if you want red, and then all of the natural metal tones. So that is the table lamp. And then we have, let's do wallpapers, because I want to get rid of some of these wallpapers because this flickering is doing my nutting. So yeah, traditional wallpapers. This here I've set up to show you kind of all of the, let me get rid of this. Actually, I don't want to, it needs to be lit up. I've put in all of the different elements that you'll require to make this whole look. So I have a plain version of this one. It's got no panels, it's just plain. Then there's a single tile panel version. There's a middle version where it just has these borders top and bottom. And then there is also an ending piece for odd and even placement. In the game, the wallpapers work in a way that they tile and you can't control where that placement falls. So that's why I provided uneven versions. Of course, if you want to, you can just press shift or alt and do 2 tiles. So if you want to do just 2 tile paneling everywhere, you can just hold down, press it. You may have if your room is like 1 tile to the left or the right, then that won't have fit perfectly within your room. So you'll need to use the other one and then it will fit perfectly in there. Also with this method, it means you can create panels as long as you want. So this can go on as many tiles as you would like. This middle part, I could just do one massive panel for the whole entire wall if I wanted to, with those whole odd and even placement endings. They're just perfect for doing whatever placement you would like. And then I've set up this water to show you a few of the swatch colors that it comes in. So let's go with this. You have this kind of off-white with the white. This was the inspiration for the wallpaper. I definitely wanted this and this whole 2-tone look. And then we have in grey, and then this kind of greeny colour, and the blue, and a more brighter kind of powder blue. And then we have it in pure white because I've seen a lot of apartments with a good pure white, so we needed that. And then grey. So I'm going to go through all of these swatches. So many swatches. All these. So we have the 2-tone ones, and then we have all of these plain ones. And again, the doors come in all of these colours as well, so you can have seamless doors. The traditional ones come in all of these colours. And charcoal colour, and if you want pink, you can also have pink. Then we have these ones where it has a split. So at the bottom of the wall is colour, and then at the top is the white. These are also really good if you want to kind of do colour blocking. You can put this here and you can have like a colour block, and it makes it look a bit more modern. If you have like this colour block, maybe behind you have your sofa in front of it, or here like you have the fireplace. So yeah, the colour blocks are a fave of mine for making something look more modern when you've got actually really traditional walls. And then you have these primary colours. Again, I've done the same you have in the lighting, you have in the walls. I have this puke colour. We love a good puke. Mustard, and the black here. And then we have like a more neutral one. So I made sure to put in a neutral, as well as like bright colour pops for this split colour look. So that's those. I'm just going to... Does that one fit? Yep, I'm just going to do like that. Does it stop flickering? Yep, you see? Now that I've put it all as the same wallpaper, it stopped flickering. I just had too many because I have wallpapers all over the lot. And then this modern one. So this modern one has, again, the middle part, so you can make the panel as large as you like, and then the odd and even ending bits or / 2 tile placement, and then the single tile one. So this comes in not all the same colors as the traditional ones, but they always have the matching door. The modern door has all of these colors, and the traditional door has all of the traditional wallpapers. So you have, I'm going to show it in this, is this 2 tile even? Yeah, we need 2 tile odd. That's the one. So we have this color. This was, of course, the 2-tone inspiration. They have the all white, and then the white and grey, the pink, and a light grey. So yeah, again, lots of different swatches in this one, and you can make everything, of course, fit together seamlessly with your doors that are made to fit perfectly within this panel on your tall and medium wall heights. So that's those. That's all the swatches. And so yeah, and then I think, oh, we're almost done. We have now the flooring. I have wanted parquet flooring, my own one, for quite a long time. I already did a recolor of a Sims parquet flooring, but this time I created my own from scratch and had an absolute headache doing the herringbone pattern because, unknown to me, you have to perfectly place your herringbone, otherwise it doesn't tile properly in both directions. So absolute headache, did it 5 million times over. But it works perfectly now. So yeah, we have it in white and the grey, all of the usual wood tones. Also, this one has oak in it. I don't have it in the doors, but the floorings, I see some lovely Parisian apartments with this kind of yellow toned floor. So I've done the oak for the flooring, and then all the other usual suspects for the floor colors, including I did do mahogany, which I don't normally do in my kind of everyday palette, but I did that. And then you have the mud, and you have the just flat, the normal true black, and then I have done this trim that you can use. I'm going to show this in the other room. It shows it a lot better because that means that when you have these open doors, you can have the trim going into the next room as well. And yeah, I just really wanted there to be a trim to finish with the parquet flooring. They have this one in game. And I really always wish that you could just use this as an outside trim, but it doesn't work properly. So I've created this one, so you can do it like this and it'll go through into the next room. But I'm just going to show it in this room. So we have this trim, of course, it comes in all the same wood tones as the main parquet like herringbone floor. But if you're looking to do it and have it like go into the corners like this, I'm just going to show you how to do it. So you can rotate them using the arrow keys. This where normally on the English keyboard it has it where your full stop and your comma is. They have arrows there, and so you can rotate your floor tiles. And then if you do Control F, it will change it into this triangular quarter tile placement. And I do that at the start off with, and I just drag it the full length and then click to fill in the corners. So if I show you like this, you can just click like that. And let me rotate these. I'll just do one little edge. There we go. If you drag it, it will do it like the normal full square. And then you can just click in the corners, and then you can make yourself a perfectly done mitered corner. I'm going to do it. I'm just rotating. Have I got the right one? Yeah, I have. Like that. And then just click in the corners. And then you have the perfect done miters. So I'm expecting to see lots of perfectly done miters in all of your builds because I love that detail when it comes to flooring. I'm a fan of it. So yeah, that is the flooring. And then last but no means least, are the 2 fireplaces that come with this set. So we have a modern take on a traditional one, and then we just have an all-out modern one. The modern one is then kind of linking back to the kitchen cabinets with this patinated metal, and so we've got all of these different swatches. We have the same, I think I've used all of the same colours, the plain colours that come in the kitchen. So for some reason, if you want to match the kitchen, you can to the fireplace, but I like it because it has like this different colour always in the inside. I like this whole like kind of mix match two-tone look. I like an accent colour. So that one is in there, and it just sits perfectly on top of your skirting, and I wanted this one not to be at the floor height. I wanted it to be just above, so it looks like it's always attached to a wall. And then we have this more modern one, and well, the modern take on the traditional, and the marble texture is by Felixander. He did this for the Harlock set, and this was his request for part 2. Along with wanting gold, he also wanted this fireplace, and yeah, so I made that happen. You know, we sometimes give each other an item that we want in each other's set, so this was his item that he wanted. And so we've got like this white marble, and then we've also got this black marble, and then the tray insert changes to different metal colors. I think you can really make it look really different and modern by having like a different color on the inside, but still we can always keep it classic by just having this all white version as well. So we have the black one. If you want a Gilver colored tray insert, you can. And then we have this burgundy marble as well, which was Felix's very specific demand, was this burgundy color. And then the green version, which I did. And then I have the white one with different color, like a more natural colored veining going through. The other one's like all gray. This one has like a more natural color to it. And then we also have one with like a green vein as well. And then this also comes in all of the plasters, the kind of more neutral plasters that I've used on the walls. I've also done for this fireplace, because again, you can match it all in and it can look very, very cute. I'm not too sure what shader this uses. I think it's a Fong shader, so it's going to be the same color as your doors. So again, doesn't always perfectly match with it, but it's as close as we're ever going to get. So yeah, that is it. And that is like the full overview of this set. I'm just gonna finish it off by having her light the fireplaces so you can see what they look like lit. So they are super cute. I like this whole combination of just having wood in there and then the pebbles underneath. And then this one, just flames, just logs. So yeah, that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This part 2 that you're seeing now that I've gone over is available now on Patreon Early Access. The public release will be at the beginning of next month in May. And all the links that you require are going to be down below. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will be back very, very soon. Bye guys!